All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High and His only begotten Son. Call Allah Yahweh, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, Wa Barakathon, and to the hopeful elect. All right, now today through the Spirit, I'm going to go into a video entitled what it means to truly be a man. And what Yahweh Shai is doing is he's making us be men and stand, stiffly for what we believe in and our principles like our forefathers did. That's what makes somebody a real man. Because it really takes, faith, and it takes, you gotta have some superb, like the saying in the world say, you gotta have balls to be willing to die for what you believe in. And that's what makes somebody truly a man. You see? And you can look at many different examples all throughout the scriptures. One precept that comes to mind is First Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, where it names all of our forefathers' acts. But before that it says, now be zealous therefore for the law, and give your lives for the covenant. You see? And that's what's gonna lead to us getting that everlasting name. And you read about King David. You read about like King David, Phineas. I read about Abraham. It named all of our forefathers. Joshua. You see, it named all of our forefathers the acts that they did, because guess what? You see, that showed the highest amount of courage you can have for you to stand on what you believe in all the way into the death. Death is like the ultimate fear of everybody. But if you're willing to die for what you believe in, then that's what truly can make somebody. That's the ultimate man right there. And that's what Yahweh Shai did. Yahweh Shai laid down his life, for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. You see, ultimately he laid down his life for the whole nation of Israel, but it's going to start with the Bayaf Dawadah, the elect, man. You see, he laid down his life. You see, and his whole life he devoted it to what he believed in, which he believed in the Heavenly Father's will and the doctrine which we teach right now. You see, but that's what truly makes somebody a man, not because you make a whole crap ton of money, or because you know how to knock a nigga out and punch real good. You have a lot of guys that might be trained in martial arts and stuff. Those are things that make you a better man. But to truly just say somebody's masculine or a real man, the ultimate level of that is by him standing on whatever principles it is that he has, regardless of what ulterior things come be brought to him. You see, a man that's unmoved in his path. No matter what happens, he's gonna still stay on that path that he's on. No matter who comes against him or what happens, he's gonna still be on that path that he has set for himself. You see, that's what makes somebody a real man. Somebody's not a real man because they know how to fight, or because they Jake will think he's a real man because he knows how to fight, or because he has a lot of money. But a lot of these guys who have a lot of money, they sell out. You see, Esau made them lose their manhood to receive that money. You see, they bowed down. You see, but a real man will stand stiffly for what he believes in unto death. You can read chapters like Daniel. You can go to Daniel the 2nd, I believe it's Daniel the 2nd chapter, with the story of the fiery furnace. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd chapter. It's one of those chapters. It's one of the early chapters, or it might even be the 5th chapter. No, it's not the 5th chapter. I think it's like 3rd or 2nd chapter. But it goes into, the three boys, man. 3 men, really, not boys. 3 men who got cast into the fire. You see, because they were real. Those were men. You see. You have Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or forgot the names in the Hebrew. It's Mishael, Azariah. Loosely paraphrasing. I had to look at it again. But they got casted into a lake of fire. You can read about that account in the book of Daniel. But what happened? Why did they get casted into that lake of fire? Because they didn't want to bow down into that golden image. They were like, no, we're gonna believe in our power, our God. We're not worshiping your God. You see? So those were true men. No matter what because that was during time period of not Esau. That was the Babylonian Empire. So no matter what the Babylonian king, which were in a revised Babylonian Empire, they didn't care about what he was going to do. They cared about what the Lord was getting ready to do. And it was like, man, we're not bowing down to you. You see, we're gonna believe in what our power said, man. Unto death. That was a time period of them getting tried unto death, and they stood stiffly. They didn't worship it. They didn't worship that golden image that he set up. You see, that was Nebuchadnezzar. They didn't worship the golden image Nebuchadnezzar set up. You see, and they got cast into the lake of fire, and the Lord delivered them. But the point is, that's what makes somebody a real man. You standing on what you believe in, man. Like Yahweh Shai, and like the 3 boys I just talked about. And you can meet many more accounts as well, man. Our forefathers exuded, true masculinity. You see? Because this society will make you think somebody's masculine because they can knock people out. But a lot of those fighters, if they money or their family, they could be easily swayed. If somebody is easily swayed, somebody can just get you off your path just like that. All Esau got to do is mess with those guys' money or their family, and they just gonna get right back in order. Esau can control them, which means that guess what? They're not really very manly as they portray to be. You see, a real man will stand on what he believes in, no matter what. You see, and that's only going to be really, truly the qualities that you're going to see amongst the Lord's elect, the governing body. We're gonna go through mass persecution. We're gonna undergo different trials, tribulations by these different. Gonna have to battle different demons. We're battling those right now, but it's gonna get worse as these times go on. Our family's gonna turn against us, cast in the FEMA camps, and we're gonna have to stand for what we believe in through all that. And also death being brought to us. The guillotines. Brother's gonna get tempted with that. To put you under the guillotine and slice your head. You see? Behead you for not taking the charagma, the microsia, man. The Revelation 13 and 16. You see? But that's gonna show who the true that's a real man. That's why Isaiah 4:1 is gonna happen. You see? Because even death is not gonna be able to be in the way of the elect. And that's what every man fears, dying. Because they think that's the end all be all when they die. You see? But we understand that the higher level of death, and we also had this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it makes you more like the epitome of what a man is supposed to be. Because ultimately, the nation of Israel are the sons of God. And they were made to be like, God, to be like powers. So ultimately, the highest level of man is going to be a son of God. And that's what we're being groomed back into. And ultimately, we're going to fully get that new body, and we're going to fully be back in that estate. That glorified estate like we were back in the time of Adam. See, we're going to go back to that, man. Because the first Adam, he messed up, which Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation. But the last Adam is going to fix everything, quicken everybody. He's going to bring that life. He's going to bring that new covenant. To where we never go off again. See? But before that happens, we gotta stand stiffly. See, that's 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter. These are they that stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashiach Shai. Standing on what we believe in, like Jake like to say in the world, stand on business. Well, that's what makes somebody truly be identified as a man or manly. When you stand for what you believe in, regardless of what happens. Even if death gets brought to you, still stand on what you believe in. An example of a real man, in the world, is like Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton Jr. died standing on that Black Panther, the Black Panther movement. And those ultimately Judah was raising up, but they wasn't raising up in the names of Yahweh Bashiach Shai and his doctrine, so it didn't work out. But you see, he died believing. He died all the way. His whole life he strove for what he believed in. That's a quality of a real man. You see? Now all those things like making a good amount of money to be able, because really as a husband, the essential role of a husband is to provide, lead, and protect the household. So as long as you can do all those things, you're able to provide for your household, protect them, and lead them. which that's what all the men of the Lord are going to have, especially in these times coming into, because brothers do those things now, but you know, when you look at it from a carnal perspective, it's niggas that's doing it better because, you know, they in the world. They can devote they can put all they're putting all their eggs into the world, while we're putting all our eggs into this ministry. It's true. So it looks as if they, you know, better options right now, in simpler terms, in the sight of the situation. But that's because all hell is at the beginning. It hasn't fully broken loose yet. Once all hell fully breaks loose, and the only thing that can save you is your Yahweh Shai, it's going to be shown who the true value men are. But right now it's looked at as like these dudes that's making a shit ton of money because they, you know, they're basically devoting all their time and energy into making money. And if you devote all your time and energy into something, then you're going to have to get some type of results, and that's what they get. That's the fruit of their results. Every day they're just trying to get more money. They're studying consistently on different stocks and continually getting properties on real estate, and they're doing all that for years. That's all they do every day. So that's why they're gonna thrive more than a man that's devoting his time and sacrificing his time for the Lord. But we're gonna win whenever all hell breaks loose. They're winning right now in a small little scale. You see, but it's gonna be shown who the true men are. That's why it says, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. It ain't talking about any kind of man. It's talking about those men that's gonna be brought through the fire. Acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. That's the elect. You see, then they shall be known that are my chosen. They shall be tried in the fire. 2 Ezra 16. So the Lord's gonna try us, but it's gonna make us perfect like Yahweh Shai. And those perfect men, those complete men that are just like Yahweh Shai, is gonna be the only way, you know, for women to make it. And also, shit, a lot of believers are gonna be you know, come in through the prophets, the governing body. They're gonna follow them. You see, so that's that. So ultimately, hey, I brought this how we be those men. We're gonna be the true high value men. We're really already the true high value men. It's already in the spirit, but it's got to manifest in the physical. You see, because that's what it truly means to be manly, is to stand on what you believe in until you die. Because anybody can have it's guys that got big ass muscles that's fit, or that might be can fight, but they're straight moles. They're straight Fruit Loops. You see. So how is a Fruit Loop manly? No, that's effeminate. And then you got guys that make a crap ton of money, but they don't know how to. They don't have the wisdom with it, so they ain't multiplying it. You know, they might make big contract deals, but they don't got no assets or anything. So all those different things, you can go wrong. But if you got a man of the Lord, you see, he's gonna really exude being that real man, because he has the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And these times are coming into, the only way you're going to be able to make it is through, you know, Yahweh B'Shem Shai and this doctrine, this truth. And the only people that's going to possess it is going to be the governing body, and you're going to have certain elect men that believe on the governing body. You see, that believe in the doctrine. They're going to have it too. And that's going to be the true high value men. Because right now it looked at like, you know, these niggas that's, you know, got celebrities and rappers and niggas that got all the status and shit. The status don't mean nothing, man, because a lot of them, they had to sell out to get it, and it shows that they have no backbone. See, but who's gonna be the true man is gonna be the governing body, the men of the Lord, man. You see, and the Lord is gonna teach our hands to war. The Lord is gonna send us the Holy Spirit to lead our families, and also the Lord is gonna provide protection for us whenever all this famine, World War III is happening. The Lord's going to make sure we're shielded and protected. You see? So we're going to be those ultimate provide, lead, and protectors. Coming shortly, soon, man. You see? Because the Lord said so. So we don't have to worry about trying to be a man on this side. Of course, you be the best man you can be. You know, as long as you continue to do this work, you can make as much money and do whatever you need to do, as long as you're doing this work. As long as whatever you're doing ain't getting in the way of doing this work, then you do whatever you do. You see? But we just know that it's truly all this stuff that we're storing up here, it's not gonna profit. Like, riches is not gonna profit in day of wrath. It's a defense, but wisdom is the true riches. It's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And then the Lord has to teach our hands to war. The battle is the Lord, so you can be the best fighter ever, but that ain't gonna stop no damn drone from blowing you into a fucking blowing your ass up. You You see, or robot dogs shooting bullets at you and stuff like. So you can know how to fight, but that's not gonna save you either. And then, you might have a lot of knowledge on how to survive in the wild and stuff. But guess what? We're coming to a time like never before seen. So your preparation for that disaster, Lord's gonna do stuff that you gonna be able to prepare for. So really, ultimately, it's all gonna boil down to those that are serving Yahweh B'Shem Shai. They're only the ones that's gonna make it. Because all these things that we've accumulated, it's not gonna work. The only thing that's gonna work is that spiritual gain, which the elect been getting, and that spiritual gain is gonna have that big investment in the time of Jacob's trouble. You see. But anyways, that's the point I wanted to touch into, man. The elect. Matter of fact, I'm gonna name this: the elect men are the true men, are the true masculine men, because these damn dudes who are into the red pill community, a lot of them, they're sold out. And by that I mean this: they'll kind of tone down what they believe in, so they can keep making money and stuff. That ain't no real man. You see, because they're showing a lack of backbone. Or a lot of them soften up, so they can keep getting women on their platform. And some of them, getting messed up in stupid situations and stuff because they don't have the wisdom, they don't have the Holy Spirit. So really, they just in the world, man, and it's gonna be shown that they ain't got it whenever all hell breaks loose. They're telling all these men how to get a lot of women, how to make a lot of money, but we're in a time period where money is not gonna matter. Getting women is not gonna matter. Women are gonna flock to those that have the power, and those who are gonna have the power is gonna be the elect man. You see, and then knowing how to fight ain't gonna matter either, because it's gonna be weapons being used. It ain't gonna be no throwing hands in Jacob's trouble. These gonna be using the sword. That's 2 Ezra 15. Swords in their hands. So you can know how to fight all day, but that ain't gonna stop no bullets from flying at you. Or a sledgehammer, big ass sledgehammer, or a damn axe. They got an axe or a big ass chain with spikes on it, and he's swinging it at your ass. You think you're gonna be slipping and bobbing and weaving that? Nah, man. And then niggas got dogs that can shoot out flames. It's all types of stuff the Lord got set up. Unknown creatures. So that we can't prepare for. The only way we can prepare is by preparing spiritually, and that's all that's gonna matter. And that's why the elect men are true high value men. You see, the true masculine men. But anyways, that's all I wanted to go into, Lord willing. It's edifying and brought a little exhortation. I like to end it all by saying, call Allah Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem, Ruach HaKodesh, Double Earnest to the Apostle, others, a great millstone, room teach well. Till next time, come on, Shalom.